So recently we were on a discovery call with the CEO of a really large organization, and something he said during it really struck with me, where essentially he said that they've been pouring all this money and investments into different AI tools, such as, Copilot, Fathom, Note Taker, and the type of typical AI SaaS tools you see everywhere. But at the same time, he really voiced his frustration about how they put in all this money and they've been spending all this cash, but where's the impact? Like I can't see it working and I really have no visibility as a business owner, right? As a business owner, all you really want to know is I'm putting $1 here. Am I getting $2 back? $3 back? What is my return on investment? Or am I even saving any time, if anything, even though that's not a measurement we like to go by because it's so abstract, right? Saving time, efficiency. And, I was just sitting there thinking like, honestly, it makes sense, right? Because Fathom, Note Taker, Fireflies, Copilot, all these tools are really amazing. And they're great at what they do, right? A note taker can summarize your calls, Copilot can draft your email. But on their own, they're just noise, right? They don't really move the needle for your business unless they're part of something bigger. Because if you have, for instance, a Fathom note taker in a business, all you're really just doing now is getting 10 to 15 emails every single day saying like, this is the summary of a call. This is the summary of a call. But how's that actionable? How are those insights being updated into your CRM? The human still has to go in there, update those insights manually, change the status of the lead. And then, well, none of those insights on the discovery calls are even being informed to your marketing team to create content based on the objections you're getting, based on the common misconceptions, FAQs, your little customers, your ICPs are voicing on the sales calls. And that's where systems and automations really come in, right? AI only shines when it is plugged into an end-to-end system. Automations and systems is really what makes AI useful. So imagine you have like, for instance, this is a content infrastructure that we typically ship off. And, we're pulling off the top performing posts, for instance, right? And even here, if you think about it, we're using different SaaS tools. We're not ignoring them. I'm not going creating my own RSS feed. I'm using different RSS feeds, Reader, identify the top social media posts. I'm using Appify or different scraping tools to get the top performing posts from TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and whatnot. We're using Firecrawl, for instance, to collect insights from authoritative industry websites. But we're again storing all of that in Airtable using no-code tools, whether that be N8N, Make, Zapier, and the entire process when we're doing SEO analysis using SEMrush or data for SEO, creating the content. Again, once again, we're using different LLMs, whether that be Gemini, Claude, GPT. We're still using all these different SaaS tools, but now it's only useful as an entire ended system where you can actually see significant impact. You have visibility into how much content are we creating through a full-ended interface, a dashboard, right? Or for example, we can also take a sales system, for example. So this is one of the systems we typically create as well. If you think about it, when a lead comes in through, a form they've booked in, they've seen an ad, they come through whatever means, we qualify the lead. Again, that could be done through using Make, Airtable, or it could be done directly in clay.com. And then after the discovery call, how do we create those follow-ups emails and whatnot? Well, we use Clay to enrich the lead, right? Or we use a Fathom note taker in this case, Fireflies, to get the call transcript and get insights out of it and create follow-up emails out of them, right? And automating the pre-research as well. This is all done using SaaS tools, but it's only useful as a whole system. And if I just got a Fathom note taker, if I just got a little tool that's going to create a, little AI copywriting tool, it's not really going to drive significant impact. And it's not really going to move the needle as a business owner or as the business as a whole, right? These systems aren't just random tools, but they're connected, working together to drive real impact. And a great example of this is actually something I mentioned previously, which is, actually connecting your sales team to your marketing team. So if we come back over here, right now the content ideas we're getting are simply from, just getting insights from, competitor posts, top performing posts in our niche, or just relevant content to our industry. But one of the biggest wins we've seen is actually aligning your sales team with your marketing team. You know how it often goes, right? The sales teams are saying the marketing team is giving us bad leads and the marketing team is like, you're not closing enough, especially when a business is not acquiring customers and closing them and hitting the revenue like they would like to. And that is typically just a blame game, right? Just going left, right, center. But with a proper system, imagine now you have your note taker feeding in the information to your CRM, to your sales team. And now that's connected through a unified data silo to your marketing team. So now the sales call transcripts is what is feeding, it's feeding the objections directly into the marketing content strategy. And how powerful is that, guys? And essentially, it is really just an evergreen cycle where they both are actually now making each other better. So yeah, don't get me wrong, we still use a lot of SaaS tools. In all of our discovery calls, we use Fireflies. But we're scraping data with Appify, as you can see in these systems, right? Managing workflows in Airtable, enriching leads in Clay. But the magic really happens when all of these SaaS tools are connected as a unified system and not just standalone apps cluttering your inbox. However good it might be, however agentic it might be, Manus AI, you still need all of these tools to be integrated as a system, have a unified data silo, which we often like to say. It is about turning your data into dollars, investing $1 as a business owner and converting that to two, three, seeing a tangible ROI benefit on your return on investment. So yeah, this is just a video I wanted to make because I find this pretty often on these discovery calls, sales calls with different businesses that yes, they've invested in these different SaaS tools, big investments at times as well. But at the same time, they're still not being able to see that desired ROI, which a singular app it's impossible to deliver it, right, without a proper system. So hope it was useful and cheers.